Evening, Clarence Williams. This is another video that I am uploading from Milan, Italy. Sister Clara and I went there on the 5th of September of 2023. And I want to bring this to you. We traveled Europe, had a beautiful time, looked at some 15 cities over 6 countries. And certainly, this is the Milan video that I'm bringing to you. But certainly, we hope you enjoy it, and certainly send some comments or what have you. And let's just get into this. It's about 56 different slides, and I'm hoping, trusting you will certainly enjoy it. As I said, we went to Milan. All of our trips were basically traveling on the bus from one city to another, from one country to another. And we found out that traveling on the bus was the better route for us to take. And certainly, I enjoyed going cross country because it gave me an opportunity to see a great deal of the countryside of all of those different countries that we went into. And we started in London. We left here on the 15th of August, 2023. This slide says September 5, 2024. It was really 2023 when we was into Milan. So we left here on August the 15th, 2023. We went to London, then we went to Amsterdam, and we went to Frankfurt, Munich, Venice, went to Rome. And while we were in Rome, we went to Tivoli, which is the city up on the mountain. We took a train and we went to Florence, came back to Rome, and then now we are leaving Rome and we are going to Milan. We are trying to get to Paris, but we have always broken up our trip because riding on a bus, we didn't want to ride no more than 8 hours. And even in doing that, you're going to see in this particular video here that in riding on the bus, it always stopped along the way and we were able to rest or what have you. But then just riding, seeing the beautiful countryside, that was great for me. We just had a great time. So let's get into uh, this and just see uh, what we went through. Okay, here we are now. Well, we are in Milan. We just left uh, Rome, and then now we are into Milan. Now, this particular hotel here, this is Crown Plaza, and it is in walking distance from the bus stop. We've always tried to get a hotel that was close around the bus stop, and then we will leave that hotel, go into the city, or whatever city it was. Then we will tour, trying to find a hop on, hop on. Once we found a hop on, then we just spent that whole day going off and on that hop on, hop off bus company, which is a tour company of the city. And then we come back to the hotel, book our next bus, and go to the next city. And that was the schedule. That was what we did. This is Crown Plaza. And once we got there, we went into Crown Plaza, and certainly we just enjoyed ourselves. You can see what we did. This is me standing in the lobby of Crown Plaza. Beautiful, very beautiful hotel in Milan. Now we are into the city, and we have found the hop on. hop on bus company, and we are now riding the bus. And as we ride the bus, we can get off and on whenever we want to, based on the day that we are riding, and see whatever we want to see, and then get back on and just keep on going. And that was the route it took for us. Now, this is a rope structure. This rope structure is just right along the route of the bus touring. And this area right here is a kind of like a shopping area. You're going to see more of it, but this is just a structure that was just built there, just for for decoration of a scenery or what have you. This is another picture of the rope structure, and you can see us riding along. And then along the way, I started seeing this particular structure here, and I did not know what it was, until I actually looked it up. But this fortification, you build an area for safety. You get behind that, and then your enemies are on the outside or what have you, and they call it a fortification. This one was built in the 15th century, and it was built on the ruins or the remnants of a fortification that was built in the 14th century. And then later it was turned into a cathedral, uh, which was one of the largest cathedral in Europe, and that was in 16th and 17th century. And then now it is kind of like a museum. It houses a lot of city uh, collections, art collections, or what have you. But during the time that we was looking at it, I was looking at it. I didn't know what it was, but I kept taking pictures of it. The closest we got to it, I kept taking pictures of it because it was catching my eyesight, and so I just wanted to take pictures of it, and not knowing that we were going to actually go in to the front of it, and this is the front. This is where you actually go into now the art collection in the museum. We didn't go in. We were still just riding on the hop on, hop off. Now, this is a building they call the Central Insurance Building, the one that's straight ahead. But looking down at the road, this is custom uh, in in Europe. I've seen a lot of this where you have the road where cars, vehicles are traveling, and then right beside it is the transit system, the rail cars or what have you. So you can see to the left the rail cars, and in the distance you can see a transit car coming down, and up above you can see the electrical wires that supports the rail system. So all of this is just right on the same road. I'm pretty sure everybody just know their lane, know what to do. And then to the far left, you'll see the people just walking along the sidewalks or what have you. That is so uh, customary throughout Europe. Wherever you see those rail cars, like in Jacksonville, we have a rail system that's up in the air. It was built up. This rail system here, kind of like even in San Francisco, the rail system is just right down there on the uh, general insurance building as well. Again, that's closer up, general insurance building. And I just kept taking pictures as I was going. Apollo, this is a kind of like a theater, but it's a live theater where they do dramatizations, plays, and things like that. One, uh, when I was looking it up, Googling it, they said it was referred to as a small theater. So I guess that would kind of indicate that maybe there are just small plays that are being put on at this particular theater. But it's beautiful and it's on the route, and I was just taking pictures of it as I was going. Now, this is, I told you when we were at Rome, Victor Emmanuel II. He was the first king of the unified Italy. He was the first king. And in Rome, they have a beautiful monument of Victor Emmanuel II. And this in Milan is a shopping gallery that is dedicated to him. And it is so beautiful. We did not go in. Had I known, and we did have time, I would have gone in, but I just stood on the outside and just declare, took a picture. But then as I started looking at it when I was back here in the States, I decided to just go on Google and just see, take some more pictures of it. Was any other pictures out there? And that's what I did. So look at this picture right here. This is something that I just went on Google and Googled it, and this particular picture popped up. That is so beautiful. And then it also gave me a picture on the inside. And so I took this particular picture here, uploaded this picture here, downloaded, I guess, of the inside of it. But had I known that, I would have definitely gone on the inside of it. This is kind of like on the outside of it. You're still in that same area, but this is on the outside. So you can see there's a lot of things that are happening right around in that area of Victor Emmanuel II shopping gallery. And then also right in that same area, I'm going to show you the beautiful church, a cathedral to the Virgin Mary. All of that is still right in that area. This is a beautiful area. In fact, I took a video of it, but for some reason, when I took the video of it with uh, my other phone, then the video does not play uh, too well, and so I can't show you that. This is another just riding on the streets, and you can see, people just mingling around, and I'm just snapping pictures as we are riding, pictures of the buildings, pictures of the streets, or what have you. So it's nice. And really, one thing about Milan, Milan is clean. It's clean. It's not dirty at all. In fact, going through Europe, I really didn't see any dirty cities. I didn't see any city that was not clean or litter or something like that. Most cities or most places that we went in Europe, all places, if I can say that, were clean. It was really neat, really kept up. Again, you can see, just taking pictures of the streets of the city. Nice city, beautiful city. I was talking to a cab company, the cab driver, and he was saying that Milan is kind of like a merchant or a financial district. So that tells me a lot about the city of Milan. A lot of financial business is being done right there in Milan. And you can see there. Look at that. You see the little trolley car. Then you see the car, the automobile, and then right beside it you see little little motorcycles and different things. And then people are walking. Everybody is paying attention to where they are, and they just, they know the city. They know what's going on. They know when they're crossing the street, what's going on out there. So it's custom, and it's I'm pretty sure easier for people to do it because they've been there so much. Again, looking at it, you know, just doing what they're doing, and I'm just taking pictures and looking at the scenery, enjoying myself. Now this is the cathedral. This is the cathedral. It took 6 centuries to build this particular cathedral. 6 centuries it took to build it from 1386 to 1965. 1386 to 1965 when this building, the distance of the time frame of building this particular cathedral. And it is so, so beautiful. It is now the home, the seat of the Archbishop of Milan. It also says that it is the largest in uh, the uh, Italian Republic. Now, that says something to me because first thing I would think about was St. Peter's Basilica. And then it says here with a little footnote that St. Peter's Basilica is the largest in Italy, but St. Peter's Basilica is in the state of Vatican City, which is a sovereign state by itself, And so it rightfully so, it could say that this cathedral here, the Nativity of St. Mary, is the largest in the Italian Republic, but it's also the third largest in the world. The third largest. So then the largest in the world would be St. Peter's Basilica. And then there is one that are in Brazil that is larger than this cathedral here. So you have St. Peter's Basilica, the one that is in Brazil, and then you have this one. So you have one, two, three. But this one is beautiful. It is so, so beautiful. So I just stood there, and where I'm leaning on is the entry stairway coming up from the trolley, not trolley, but the subway. We took the subway from the hotel, Crown Plaza. We took the subway, and that brought us into the city. And then we got off, knowing where we were going, because we asked, and they told us where to get off, which stop to get off on. And so we got off on that stop, came up the stairway up to the street level, and the first thing we saw was this beautiful cathedral, and that's what I'm leaning on, the entry coming up out of the subway. But look at the people, and then look at the square. I'm going to show you a different section. This is looking at it again, so you can see it's not sitting by itself. Look at the buildings all around it. So it's not just out by itself. It's in the heart of the city. But right here, look at the distance from where I'm standing to that building or to the cathedral. There is a huge open uh, area where people can gather, kind of like a courtyard. And it is so nice. And all around it, businesses, the Victor Emmanuel II shopping. It's all in that area right there. So once you get there, you can pretty much spend the rest of your time there. And beautiful, beautiful. And so I just took a lot of pictures of it because I was so amazed. And then one thing, look at this square, this courtyard. And then see in the back, see all of those buildings all around it and everything. But I'm so amazed because usually in when I see a cathedral, a church, I want to go inside. And I did that pretty much throughout Europe. If I saw a church building, I wanted to go inside and see, what was happening on the inside. This one right here, I never did think about going inside. I don't know why. I don't know why. And we spent a lot of time there, but it never dawned on me to go inside of this particular cathedral. I wish I had. I wish I had. This is a closer view of it. I certainly wish I uh, had that mind frame to go inside. I could have really said that I have been inside of the third largest cathedral in the world. Even in Rome, we did not go inside of St. Peter's Basilica, which is the largest cathedral in the world. We did not do that. We went inside the Vatican and we toured throughout the Vatican, but we didn't go inside of St. Peter's Basilica, nor did I go inside here. Now, if you look at that equestrian statue, kind of to my left or to my right, that is Victor Emmanuel II. That's his statue, and then this is a better picture of it. Again, we're just riding, and that's him on the horse. It is a monument dedicated to him, and we're just riding, getting close to the end of it now. So once we finished, then we took the subway back to Crown Plaza. Now the day is over, and we are ready to move on to Paris. In the next video, Lord's willing, I will show you we will be in Paris. I thought in my never thought in my lifetime that I'll be able to say I've been to Paris, you know. But the next video will show you where I was actually in Paris. So, but we took the subway back to Crown Plaza, and then we got up the next morning and we took a taxi cab all the way across town to make it to another bus station so that we can take this bye-bye car, which is a bus company, and it will take us to Paris. So this is the bus. We're ready to get on it now, and we're ready to go to Paris. And then the next one I'm going to show you, we are now on the bus, and we are going to Paris. But I told you that the bus stops at different places for rest. And at that particular little rest area, it's kind of like a you can, restaurant. Uh, if you are driving a car, a service station, and then if you just want to go in and just buy some food or buy things like that, like a mini market or something. Just go in there and buy that and just mingle around. The driver is going to tell you whether you have 30 minutes, 20 minutes, or whatever. And then you just do what you do until it's time to get back on the bus and go again. I thought that was so neat. It was so neat. No one was in a hurry. We just was riding on that bus, doing what we were doing, and just had a nice time. And then once we got to Paris, naturally, we already had our hotel. We had our hotel booked at Paris. It's always right close to the bus stop, bus station. And so we made it to the bus station. We got off, and then we took a taxi cab, and that took us to our hotel. went to the hotel, got up the next morning, and then we were touring, got back on the bus, and then we're going to Belgium. That was the plan. That's what we did. One thing was different when we got to Paris, though. We did not know that Paris taxi cabs don't take credit cards. They take cash, and then it's the currency of Paris. So we were really hampered when we got there, and we really didn't see what we wanted to see because then we had to find an exchange to get all of our dollars exchanged to Paris currency, and then try to find out where to go and everything. So that just took up too much time. Fortunately, Sister Claire had a friend that she could call, and then that lady took us to another city that had a large uh, castle. I don't know whether it was a castle or whatever. You'll see it next time. But we spent that day doing that as opposed to touring Paris. And once we finished that, we got back on the bus and we went on to Belgium, did what we needed to do in Belgium, but then we were not satisfied because we wanted to still go back. We had not seen the Eiffel Tower, had not seen Notre Dame. We haven't seen anything that we wanted to see. And so we got right back on that bus and we went right back to Paris again. But this time we knew what we were doing. We had our exchange money. We got a hotel deeper down into the city instead of getting it closer to the bus station. We got it deeper down into the city where we can actually walk around. And then once we got there, got up that next morning, we knew how to read the the bus schedule, and we just went got on a bus, and that bus took us right down there in the heart of Paris. You know, where we could get on that hop on, hop off, and we just did everything. You'll see it. You will see it. But this is Milan. Had a great time. Beautiful city, beautiful, beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. We wasn't doing a whole lot of raining or anything. Again, thank you so much. Hope, trust, and pray that this video has been of interest to you. Please like the video, make your comments or what have you. Go to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube site. And I just would appreciate it so very, very much. Again, thank you. May God continue.